Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay guys, I wanted to share a really personal project with you guys today because I think by me sharing this, it's going to help other people. I mean, it's going to be a tutorial to show you how to do this art journaling type of work. It's not going to be a journal. This is actually going to probably be framed and put on my wall. But it's more of art therapy. And art therapy to help heal yourself or give yourself what you need. And let me just say, welcome to Art and Tea with Angie. Sorry, forgot about that part. Okay, so what this is, and maybe I should start with this. I have some really big decisions to make, and I really need to put my big girl or big boy panties on, and I need to turn into warrior mode for myself and for the person that I need to help. And that's not really comfortable for me to be a warrior. You guys know me. I like to do fairies and angels and, you know, mermaids. Oh my. So to be a warrior is not like, I can be one and I can be a good one, but it's not my natural thing in life. Okay. So, and the decisions I have to make right now are just, I mean, just to tell you guys the truth, there's just some serious shit going on in my life right now. And excuse my French, and I don't normally say things like this, but this is the damn truth. And these decisions I'm having to make are just, they're big. But I guess they always say they don't give you, your higher power doesn't give you more than you can handle. So I guess I can handle this. But I'm going to use my art to help me handle this, okay? I'm going to make these two pictures, and they're going to be two pictures that represent the warrior side of me. Okay, so what I'm doing, what I just did, I took some card, poster board. It's 11 by 14, and I covered it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some graffiti art. You guys, I am obsessed with graffiti art, and that's kind of like what this is right now. I love it. And I kind of do graffiti art all the time, you guys. But what I'm doing this time to change it up is I saw a girl's channel, and I will try to remember to link it below, where she first pasted all of her stuff on, which I always do. But I always get afraid to paint over this, like a translucent paint, because I'm like going to cover up all my graffiti. No, it looks cooler when you have layers of cool stuff and stuff peeking out, as we all know. So that's the kind of background I want to do. Okay, this background is going to be here, is going to be, I'm going to just, like how graffiti looks, how they'll put their message, like they may do some art behind it and then they'll put their message on top, or their gang sign. But for me, it's going to be warrior, the word warrior. So I'm going to totally paint over this and do a bunch of cool stuff, and at the end I want to put warrior over the top. On this one here, I want to use an actual warrior that I painted. And you guys have seen this in other videos. This isn't a warrior that I actually drew, and I painted it a while back. So I made a color copy of it, and I'm going to apply that probably to the bottom of this one over here. Okay? So both of these is going to be a representative. I'm going to have the word warrior here because I need to be a warrior right now in my life and for the person that I'm helping. And then this is going to represent the warrior. And these are Native American warriors. And I chose this one. I've painted about 4 or 5 of these Native American warriors. And I chose this one because actually I did not like this painting when I first did it. And I had to kind of look at it and go, why do I not like that? I didn't like the eyes. So I changed the eyes, okay? I made them this blue color, which now I really like them. I'm going to kind of show you. And I put these red tears in, and then I started really loving this warrior. And it took months before I liked this picture. And now I really like it. I really like this warrior. And I have this all like on my Etsy site. I have it as a painting framed and all that you guys can purchase if you like it on my Etsy shop. But anyway, that's not really what this is all about. And the reason I chose this certain warrior with the red tears is because, like, you know, you're a warrior, you're in warrior mode, you're doing warrior things. At the same time, that's kind of sad, you know. So I am kind of sad right now, having to make these decisions and having to be a warrior. So it just really represented how I'm feeling. So that's going to go here at the bottom. Okay. All right. But before I'm going to take this off, before I do that, let me explain this. Next thing. What I did was I decoupaged with matte medium, which is super important, I think, to use matte medium, and Liquitex or the other brands, whatever. Make sure it's matte medium because it makes it a paintable surface. After you decoupage your piece or glue your piece down, you put the matte medium over it. It makes it a paintable surface no matter what it is, okay? And I'm using things from all kinds of stuff to decoupage with, okay? Like, for example, this right here is a napkin. This is a, okay, let me get something for you guys. Just a second, people. I live in Las Vegas. A lot of you guys know that. And we have a thing called Chinatown. And so they have these Las Vegas Chinese news. Okay, I guess this is Chinese because it says Las Vegas Chinese news. I want to make sure I have the cultures right. They have these newspapers in Chinatown everywhere, at restaurants, grocery stores, and I went and picked a few up because I just think their writing is just so beautiful. I just think it is so, it's just art. I just love Asian writing, and you guys will see it a lot in my mixed media. So I got a few of these Asian newspapers to start using it in my mixed media. So this is in my mixed media, which is what this is here, and this is here. And then also, you guys, I mean, people always ask, well, where do you get your magazines? You can get these magazines for free. The newspaper was free, right? Look at this. This is a magazine that comes out, I don't know if it's weekly or whatever, but in Las Vegas. It's called Las Vegas Weekly. And this you can find anywhere. You can find it at your local coffee shop. It's in the grocery stores, and it's free. And there's this thing called EDC. It's this crazy thing that 20-year-olds go to, and they party all night long and listen to, I don't know, some type of, I can't remember the kind of music. Anyway, the point is this magazine is free. Look at the image on the front. Is that cool? So that image is right here. See? So, and I went through this magazine, and I just pulled out a bunch of cool stuff that I like, and it's for free, you guys. So, I mean, you get your magazines everywhere. Thrift stores, garage sales. Like I always say, get the free ones. They're going to end up in the landfills. Get the ones from the thrift stores, from garage sales, from neighbors, from yourself. And start making art out of this stuff and stop throwing it in the landfill. So, that's another thing, positive thing you're doing with that. So, what I wanted to do is kind of go over where you get the stuff to do your collage work for your background. Okay? So, and also I use napkins. Do I have any of that stuff here? Yeah, let me just show you. This is my little file folder full of stuff. The current stuff I'm using right now. Okay, like and I threw some napkins in too. Like I love these peacocks. Okay, I love, this was some checkered stuff from a napkin. So, you know, get your napkins out too. Your napkins, I love butterflies, of course, and I love, you know. So napkins is great. Another thing I threw in here, a piece of collage stuff in here was your jelly prints. This stuff makes great backgrounds for your collage stuff, okay? So, you know, rip off, there we go. Rip off a piece of your jelly print and put this in your, look how cool this looks. And put this cool piece, doesn't that look cool, you guys? In your collage background. Here's some more jelly printing. Here's some jelly printing that's on freezer paper. Okay, so you guys get the idea, okay? And then you got magazine bits and pieces. And, okay, one more thing. Trader Joe's. Look how cool that would be, okay, for this graffiti art. Just thrown in somewhere, okay? You get this for free. This is that flyer that they have for free. That's cool. How cool would that be? Okay? So, everything is fair game when it comes to the world of collage and collaging up your background. Okay? And nothing's going to stay the same. You're not taking anything at face value. You're going to take all this stuff and we're going to throw paint all over it. We're going to throw stencils all over it. So nothing is at face value. Okay? Let me grab some tea. I want to work on 2 pieces at a time. That's another technique I've learned that I think is really cool. You get more done, and it's fun. You get double the fun, okay? And not even about getting more done. It's just double the fun. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is, let me look at my time. All right. I only babbled on for 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to take, the thing that you do want to do is you don't want to completely cover up all your stuff with paint. Okay, we're building up layers. So you can either take acrylic paint and water it down so it stays translucent, or you can use sprays which are translucent. So let me move my tea out of the way so I don't spray my tea. So I was thinking, to be a warrior, to get yourself in warrior mode, when you need to be a warrior for yourself or for someone else, or for my case, me and someone else, I chose this warrior that I drew and painted, and you know what? It's red, black, and white. So those are the colors that I'm going to use. And this is uncomfortable for me because I don't use red, okay, very often. I did for that warrior though, and that felt good. So anyway, I'm using some colors I don't normally use. So here we go. Oh, this doesn't work. Just a second, people. I'm using Dilutions watercolor spray. So here we go. I'm gonna do a puddle. Oh, that looks cool. You know what, you guys? I'm loving this red. Cool. And see how it stays translucent-y still? And then I want to do some blue. This is some blue that I made. This is some blue that I made homemade. I make it out of, I've told you guys this, I try to say this almost every video. At Blix you can get liquid watercolor and you can make your own water sprays. These are just like Delusions in my opinion, okay? That's how good these are. So, there we go. Okay, so now I also want to spray some water on here. Keep things just lightened up a little bit and also get things blending. Okay, so I'm going to spray some water on all this. In my water bottle. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my paper towel, and normally I would take another folder and start another page, but just for the sake of time, you guys, I'm just going to take my paper towel roll and roll right over the excess. Oh, look how cool that looks. Loving this. Now, I'm looking at it. The red is good. I need some blue in some other places still, so I'm going to do some blues, deepen up the blue part. In certain places, like right here, and right there, and down here a little bit. Okay. All right. Again, let me take my trusty paper towel roll and go over it. Okay. This looks good. Go over this. And we're going to use a little bit of a, in a second here, we're going to use the blow dryer to dry some of this. Okay, I'm liking this, but I actually want a little bit more coverage here and there. So I'm going to actually use my acrylics, water it down. In some areas I'm really liking with the spray, and other ones I feel like it needs more coverage. So to keep your things translucent, you can either water down your liquid, your acrylic paints. Get them at Walmart, dirt cheap, 50 cents. That's where I like to get them most of the time, unless they're on sale at Michael's. And you can either water them down to keep them translucent so you can see like the stuff underneath it, or you can use baby wipes. See? So wipe it on with a baby wipe. Baby wipe keeps it translucent. Okay. So, here we go. Like right here, I'd like to see that a little bit more blue, a little bit more translucent. Okay, so there we go. That's it. Okay. Here we go with this. We're going to add a little bit more red right in here. Oh, I like that. That's cool. And a little red across his face. I want to see a little more blue into here. Okay. And sometimes if you need a little bit more color and the baby wipe's wiping it off too much, just use your finger, like right there. I like that better. Okay. Up here, I'm gonna add a little bit more red. Use your baby wipe, smear it out a little bit. There we go. Okay. I want to see this a little more red into here. A little bit more red in here. Okay. A little bit more blue. And like I said, if it starts covering it up too much, use your baby wipe and start making sure you don't cover too much. Right there could be a little bit more blue. Okay. I like that. I'm going to add a little red right here. A little more red here at the bottom. In fact, let me do this, you guys. Let me move the other one out of the way. And I'll just keep putting, as I work with each one, I'll put it in the middle here. I won't work with them side by side. So you guys can see what the heck make sure you can see what the heck I'm doing. Just a second, I don't know if you guys can see the bottom or not. Yeah, I think you guys are seeing pretty good. Just a second, people. Okay. Way down here you guys aren't seeing, so just a second. Yeah, I've zoomed out as much as I can. Okay, at the very bottom, here's my fingers right there, so you can still see there's just a tad bit left. Let me just see if I can't move my camera and this back a little bit. It's about the same. Okay, but you're seeing mostly. Now you guys can see I've sprayed, but you can still see through it, okay? I've taken with my fingers a little bit of more paint here and there where I've seen fit, where I feel like it needed a little bit more. Okay. So I need a little more blue here. Again, I want to make sure it's translucent. Use my baby wipe a little bit. And I think that looks good. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up to the camera so you guys can see. That's what I've done so far. Okay. I think that looks cool. Okay. Next, here's the next one. Make sure we're in frame. Let me look up a little bit. There's my fingers right there, so I know we're at the bottom or at the top. Okay. So, again, we're going to do some red and some blue. I'm going to try not spraying this time, and only on this one, just using the paint with the baby wipe. The sprays seemed, on this whole thing, the paper didn't accept the spray as well as I thought it would, so, yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm doing a video! Sorry about that, you guys. My husband just came in. Okay. Okay, so I added some blue over there, some red there. I'm going to add some red right in here. I think that will look really cool. Right here in all of these little triangles. But at the same time, I don't want to cover too much, so let me wipe it. Oh, that looks good. So it's a mixture of using a baby wipe and using your fingers. Okay. Baby wipe fingers, baby wipe fingers. You guys know my techniques. Okay. I'd like to do some blue over and through here. And to all this, we're going to definitely be adding black and white because I definitely feel that I mean, it's in my Native American that I painted too, but it just definitely has to happen. Okay. And then we're going to add some, I'm going down to the bottom. It's not totally in frame where you guys can see down here, but I'm adding a little blue at the bottom. Also adding a little red down here. Okay, adding a little red down here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm loving this. I feel like there needs to be a little red right in there to kind of break that up. Let's just do that. It's all about feeling, trusting yourself, doing it until you like what you're seeing. And I think I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think I'm going to leave everything else alone. Okay. I like this. This looks good. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of stenciling. I'll do this one first, and then we'll try and do that one. Also, let me look at my time. Okay, so let's continue on, and now we're going to use some stenciling. I think that's looking pretty cool. You know what? Let me just try something, you guys. So just a second, and bear with me. I just put my easel on my project, and I think you can see better that way. Okay. All right. So let's continue, people. Let's continue. Let me put these over here. Okay. So I always like to do my big stuff first, like whatever I have that's kind of big. I like to do that first. Okay. Don't ask me why I feel the need to use flowers and with a warrior piece, but I do. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to do one a big one right over here. I need to get out my... Okay, when I'm going to use acrylic paint through stencils, I like to use, I showed you guys a million times, I like to use the sponges, the makeup wedges. So that's what I'm using, okay? I get them at Dollar Tree. Cheap, cheap. I love to use things that everybody can get, have access to. It's not expensive, so that there's no excuses. If you want to start doing art, you can start doing art. You can start doing art today. You can go to Walmart, pick up some 50-cent acrylic paints. You can use stencils, can be anything. You can use stencils, something around your house. Things around your house as stencils. Okay, that didn't really even show up. Okay, people. Okay. Let's do... I want a red flower somewhere. Let's do it right here. It'll probably show up here. Let's do a smaller one right there. Sometimes things work out and sometimes things don't. Over there, it means it's darker. That obviously means where I need to put in some white. Okay? And this is the other thing. You know, there's no rules really when you're doing art, but things work out better. See, with the lighter. But what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Okay, let's continue on. Do you ever do that? Like you're thinking and then like the thought just goes right out of your head. You're like, okay, crazy. Especially on camera, of course. How many times are we all on camera and we can't think of, you know, the website or the person's name, or it just drives you nuts. Okay, so we're going to do a little blue into here. That's what I was going to say, is your painting will look, whatever piece you're doing will look more cohesive if you stick with the same palette. So, like, because all this is the background, right? So I use red and blue. So it's going to be red, blue, and white for my background. Stick with red, blue, and white, whether you're rubbing the color in, or you're stenciling, or you're using stamping, whatever you're using, okay? Let's throw in some, I'm just trying to see where I want to do things. Okay, I think I've had enough of this. What do I want to do next? Okay, I want to use this. I love this. And I actually want to use black. So let me get my black paint out. Just a second, guys. I thought I had my black paint out already, but I didn't. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. All right, right here, I want to use some black. That looks cool. See how cool that looks? Love it. Okay, let's use another. And that says energy. And I love the love sign. Especially, I mean, in a warrior piece, you need energy when you're going to be a warrior. You definitely need love. You need love in every situation. And I know warrior and love does not sound like they go together, but I think They very much do. And I'm going to use this piece. This one's piece right here. I'm going to put that maybe up into here. I'm going to move my camera back just a little bit, you guys. Okay. So I can get my stencil up here. Okay, I'm going to do this piece up here. I'll just do it right there. Doesn't matter where. And I'm going to do it in white. So now I've got all my colors going. I've got my red, my blue, and my white going. Okay. Because isn't that what we're all striving for, is peace? So when you have to be a warrior, in the end, what you want is peace, right? Exactly. Okay. So that's good for that. I'm feeling the need for some bigger, prettier flowers, and we're going to put one here. Do I want to do it in black or white? I'm going to do it in black. And this is the thing about graffiti art too. The less you think and you just like react to what you're liking, the better I think the piece turns out. When you think too much with graffiti art, see, that looks cool. If I would have kept thinking about it, I probably wouldn't have done it, and then I would have messed up. Again, I just feel like there should be another really big flower over here in black. So this is all about feeling your way through it, trusting your intuition. There's a lot of lessons there, huh? Feeling your way through it, feeling your intuition. Okay. Loving that. I definitely feel like there needs to be a lot of white now because things need to start getting lightened up. So, and I need to start doing some smaller textural type of things. So that's what I'm going to do next. I love this stencil. This stencil is in almost every piece I do. It really, really lightens things up so awesomely. You're going to see in just a second. Isn't that cool? I just love this stencil. Like, I feel this area got way too dark over here. So, we're going to lighten it up with this. Look how cool that is. See, it just starts adding some lightness and some really cool texture to your piece. Love it. Let me start looking at my camera. Okay. Love this. Love, love, love this stencil. Alrighty. I'm getting too much paint on my stencil. Okay, let's put a little bit over here. Okay. Oh, and what I want to say too is the reason that I went ahead and put, I didn't put all of the bits and pieces, all the magazine and newspaper pieces, all my collage material. I didn't show you guys that part because, you know, that takes time, and then there's drying time. For the sake of, you know, time, I went ahead and pre-did all that. And I'm sure you guys understand that. Because then there's some, you know, processing time as far as drying, and you guys don't want to watch paint dry. Okay, I'm loving this whole thing. Let me just add a little bit more in here. I can't tell you guys how therapeutic this is to be doing a piece on something that you need in your life and to help you deal with whatever you're dealing with. And as I told you, I need to be a warrior right now for myself and for the person that I'm helping. And I hope I'm helping other people by doing this, because, you know, it's just showing you how you can do some self-healing, some self-help through art. And that's all I'm doing. So, okay. Let's see what else. Oh, this is another thing. I don't know why I am super obsessed with doing numbers. Like, every piece has to have like an Asian sign or writing on it. And I have to have numbers. I do not know why, but I have this obsession with numbers. And I love to put numbers down like one side of my piece. So that's what I'm going to do next in black. Oh, where is my sponge for black? So here we go. And as you guys watch me art, you'll see that. You'll be like, she always does have numbers in there. She always does have Asian writing or Asian signs in her pieces. I don't know why. I just need to do it. Okay, there we go. Doesn't that look cool? Okay. I think I need to do it because it looks cool. There's probably more of a significance than that. I just don't know what it is. Okay. So now we're doing the numbers. Okay. Cool. Love that. Loving this whole thing. I am really loving this whole thing. And I'm telling you guys, red is just not a color I normally use. I don't use a lot of dark blues. But I'm really, really loving this. I feel the need for a little bit more white. Let's do this. This is another stencil, like another little small stencil I really like. So let me do that, and let me check my time. Oh, we're doing great with time, actually. Okay. Just a second, guys. I have a lot going on. I have to get another one of these little, this is a little top. I use that for my paint. I was using some white paint that was really thin, and I didn't like the way it was going. So, oh, that one's like really thick and dried out. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's going in the garbage. Okay, here's some others. Swear to God, you guys, that's the paint, not me. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one's just as... My whites are really liquidy. I don't know why. It's weird. Just kind of just here and there, just touching. Let's see what that does. Oh, cool. Love. Okay. There's just some stencils I'm sure everyone just loves. Like you end up putting them on every piece because they just work with every piece. I just love it. I always love using this. This is like the other one. It's like this one right here. The stencil just always works. It always just adds that little, I don't know, something that you want. It's just cool. Just cool. Okay, I think I'm done with this piece right here. I think. Okay, now I'm done. Not with the whole piece. With, you know, the stuff I've done to it. Okay, so I'm going to go to my second one. Okay, so here's the next one. And we're going to start doing our stenciling work on this one. Okay. I love this graffiti art. I just think it is just so awesome. Okay, let's... Okay. This is a paper plate. This is the middle of a paper plate. And put this over here. Let me show you guys what I mean. Not paper plate, a paper plate holder, the cheap ones. And they have them at Dollar Tree right now. I didn't even know that. And I had to search at Walmart. And I finally found them, but they have them at Dollar Tree. You cut this part out and you can use it as a stencil. That's you can spray through. And I've never tried just going through it. So let's just try like going through it like this. because it's kind of thick, but I don't know. Let's just try it. So let's try it with some white. Oh, this is cool. This works as a, this is what I was talking about, you guys. You do not have to go and spend a lot of money on stencils. Start looking at stuff in your kitchen. Start looking at, like this. This is those cheap plate holders. When you have the cheap paper plates, you need like a plate holder. That's all this is. You can also spray through this too. You could also take a little black pen and use it as a take your black. I don't have one. I'm not seeing one right in front of me. But suppose this was a black magic marker. You could just go through here and doodle right through too. Okay? Look how cool that looks. Love that. Love it. You know what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of that down here at the bottom. Now, this is down here at the bottom. I don't see if you guys can see. I want you to see this. So let me... Okay, now you can see the bottom. Down here in the... Oh, no, you can't. Just a second, people. Just a second. Okay, down here in the corner, right here, I just want to use a little part of the stencil. Not a whole lot of it, just a little bit. Do this at the bottom. So cool. Look at the bottom. Isn't that cool? And I want to do it to one more section. So... let's go back up like this so we can see everything for the most part. Okay. You know, I'm going to do it to the other corner down here. Just a little bit of the corner down here. So you guys can see me. I'm down here, but I'm a little bit lower than the camera, but I'm doing the same thing at the bottom here. Okay. Just think that looks really cool. Okay, so I'll let you guys see that. I'll bring the camera down. See, it's down there at the bottom. Right there. This is a little bit. This paper is pretty long, so it's hard for you guys to see this, the very, very tippy bottom. But you're seeing pretty much everything. Okay, next. That was a big decision right there in the middle like that, but I'm still liking it. I'm still loving it. Let's do some flowers. And then over this is going to be some smaller bits and pieces going over that. But I really want to get some flowers on. Let's do a blue flower here, I think. Let's do a red flower. Okay. Just a second, guys. I'm trying to find areas to do my painting. Okay, here we go. I don't know if this is going to show up or not because I'm doing red over red, so we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, not too good. All right, we'll let that dry, and then we'll go back over that. Let's go. You know what? Let's do a flower right here. Let's do a flower right there in red. Let's take a little chance, people. Let's take chances. Okay, cool. Look how cool that looks. I love it. Let's do another red flower, like right here, but let's do a big one. Okay. Yeah, this is good. I just have a feeling that when I pull this stencil up, this is going to look pretty cool. Yeah, love that. Okay, let's do, okay, I've done enough big stuff here with this. I feel like we need to get into some smaller things. For one, we need to get some black on here. And I'm really loving this stencil here. This is a Diane Reevely that I got. If I can remember, I will put a link below. I got it on clearance. So instead of paying like 12 bucks, I only paid $5 for it. So because her stuff can be quite expensive. I love her stuff, but, you know, her prices sometimes are a little, I don't know, they're not very desirable. But her stuff is cool. That looks cool. I love adding just little bits here and there. This is just building up your background, building up your background. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Awesome! I love it! Love this. See how I said the more haphazard you are about, the more, less, don't be careful. If you're not careful with graffiti art and you're more haphazard, the better it's gonna look. Love that. That's cool. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, this is where I feel the need for, okay, a few things. That my things I always use. I feel the need to do my Asian signs. So we will do that. You know, when you're being a warrior for yourself or for someone else, what's your end result? The end result is so that we can be happy, right? So this is the sign for happiness. So we're going to put that in here. We'll put that in black. Okay. You guys, these are just called Delta. These were some of the really cool stencils I got when I very first started art journaling or just doing art, period. And I picked these up at joann's.com. They're by Delta. And I think I paid $1 a piece. They were on clearance. But even when they're not on clearance, they're still pretty cheap. So it's a great place. Tuesday morning's another great place for stencils, you guys. I pick them up for $2, $3 at Tuesday morning. So I always like to try to share like where I get stuff. I want one for love because that's just important. When you're doing warrior work, the end result needs to be love also. And you do it because of love. Okay? And when I mean being a warrior, okay, we're not talking literal like war stuff. I'm talking about, you know, you're making big decisions in your life and sometimes you have to help other people, but you have to be brave to do so. That's the kind of warrior work I'm talking about. Okay, I thought maybe I need to get a little more clear about that. Especially in these crazy times, people are like, has Angela freaked out? No, I have not. Okay. Anyway, I want to do another one here. Peace. Because in the end, we all want peace. Okay. Cool. Love it. Happiness, peace, love. I love it. And this kind of looks like an energy thing, like an energy source right here in the middle. I'm really loving that. Okay, again, my other stencil that I just absolutely love to add a little bit of lightness to everything, you know, this one. Okay, so we're going to start adding our white in with this. This is like the thing that lets in the light into your piece. I always love this stencil. It pretty much goes on everything I do. Okay, continue on, people. Trying to see where you guys need to bring this up a little bit more. Oh, there we go. All right. So make sure you guys are seeing everything. Okay, continuing on. Like I said, this is my favorite stencil. I had to pause my camera for a second, people, so sorry about that. Anyway, or my camera paused, and I had to redo things. Anyway. I love this stencil because it, like I said, it lightens things up a little bit. And just adds that little spark. I just add it to everything. I just think it's cool. As you keep collecting stencils, you'll you'll know what I mean. You'll have those stencils that you like use on every piece. Like the piece isn't complete until you use that stencil. It's funny. It's like being addicted to a certain stencil. Sounds crazy, but I am crazy, so. Okay. Coolness. We need a little over here. Just a second, people. I need a little bit right into here. This stencil, I don't know why, but I have to kind of dab kind of hard to get it through the holes. So if it sounds like, gosh, she's really hitting that hard, I have to just hit it a little hard because otherwise it doesn't go through. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So sorry if it's kind of loud on the camera, but it's necessary. Okay, I'm at the very bottom where you guys can't see, which isn't too much further down, so you're not missing a whole lot, you guys. I'll be back up in just a second. Okay, just had to put a little bit of that there. Okay, now, like the other one, I want to do some numbers. And this time, I'm going to do my numbers on this side of the painting. Okay. You guys know I love my numbers. Okay, just a second. I'm trying to line things up. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do them in black like normal. I don't always do them in black, but a lot of times I like the numbers in black. For some reason. Well, I think they show up the best. Well, it depends on your background, though. So, for this painting, the numbers need to be in black. Okay, there we go. Coolness. Okay, let's continue on with these. The numbers on the bottom. Relining it back up. Okay. Let me get my paint on here. Cool. Loving. Let me see how that looks for you guys. Yeah, doesn't that look cool right there with the numbers on the side? Loving this whole thing. Just trying to think and see if I think it feels like it needs anything else. I'm almost feeling like it doesn't, you guys. I think it looks good. Now, you can do stamps and stuff like that too if you want. Get your stamps out, bust those out too. I just didn't, I'm doing so much with stencils, I'm not going to use the stamps. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys really quick is these also can be used as stencils. Well, not stencils because it's kind of thick because they're fly swatters. Okay, it's just a fly swatter. But for sprays, if you're going to use a spray, you could spray right through this as a stencil. So you lay that on wherever. You could use that little section, you use the whole thing. Okay, these were 99 cents for two of each of them at the Dollar Tree. So make sure you pick up some of these. And you can use your sprays through them. And they're fly swatters. Look how cool that is. So always be looking at fly swatters too for stencils. Awesome. And here's another fly swatter for a stencil. How cool would that be? Love it. Okay, so there's some really dirt cheap fly swatter, or some really dirt cheap stencils that you can use with sprays at the Dollar Tree. Okay. This one, with the paper plate holder, you can use this one and you can get your acrylic paints through this, you know, by sponging it in. Make sure you cut that center out, this center here. Okay. Okay, let me show you a couple other things to create texture. Okay, because if you don't have any stencils at home, but you have a fly swatter, now you can spray through a fly swatter. You got a paper plate holder, you can spray through a paper plate holder. The other thing is, you know, you have things around your house like bubble wrap. This is all to make textures for your background. You can dip that in acrylic paint. I got this kind of stuff in bags, dirt cheap. Look at the designs. See? In the kids section at Joann's. Here's another fly swatter that I cut off. Okay? Isn't that cool? You can spray through. You can find things around your house like that. Dip that in some acrylic paint and make textures. So you don't just have to use stencils. You can just find things around your house that you can make texture from. Okay? So, just want to show you that. I always want to show alternative so that if you don't have money to go buying all these damn stencils, and that's what you kind of start feeling after a while, then you don't need to buy these stencils. You can use things right around your own house, things from the Dollar Tree. There you go. Okay. I can't tell you how empowered I'm feeling doing this video. I am feeling so much more empowered about the really hard decisions I have to make and getting myself into warrior mode by doing this. It really is, I am feeling empowered as we speak. I really am. So, I hope this is all helping some people out there. If you have some big decisions to make and you need to be a warrior for yourself or for another person. Okay, I'm going to get... Okay, so now here we are. Look at this, you guys. I think this looks so cool. All right, now what I want to make a big decision. Let me come out a little bit. Make a big decision and decide which one of these is going to be have the warrior written across it, and which one's going to have the warrior that I drew and painted. Okay, I'm getting close on battery, so anyway. I'll probably be stopping this. You guys won't even know, but I'll be stopping this and then charging up my battery and coming back. That looks really cool because it has this like halo above it. That's it. Okay, so we're going to work on this one first. Let me put this in frame here so you guys can see this. Oh, good. I want you guys to be able to see the bottom. Okay, perfect. See how cool that looks? Okay, I'm going to bring that here. Now, to glue this on, because I did this on cardstock. Oh, I dripped some paint on here. Oh, well, it's mixed media. I like to use Eileen's Tacky. It glues down like things that are really, really thick, like cardstock. And this is the other thing. I'm not going to go over, well, I could go over this with, I'm not going to go over this with any other medium either. Like, you know, I'm not going to seal it or anything like that because I've used sprays on here and I've used, and if you use watercolor sprays like I have used, it will start, you know, it'll reactivate. Okay. I couldn't get the words out, people. I couldn't get the words out. All right, next, let me pour some, let me clear a damn spot off for myself. Okay. Guys, I got the hugest mess going. All right, I got a little spot cleared off for myself. Okay, now we're going to use the Eileen's Tacky. Okay, and you guys know you get this anywhere. Walmart, craft stores, wherever. It's Eileen's Tacky. All right, let me get some out of the bottle here. This stuff is thick. Just a second, people. Just a second. Okay, I know I'm on camera, so I'm trying not to grunt while I opened up that bottle, because that was not easy. Okay. This Eileen's Tacky is so thick. I mean, it's probably why it works so awesome, because it's so thick. Okay. Here we go. All right. Make sure I'm in camera. I'm in frame. Yeah, right here. All right. So what I'm going to do, for a second, let me just take my picture away. And just have this right here for a minute so I can get the... Oh, the reason that he's on both sides, you guys are like, what's the deal with that? Is because I'm trying to decide what side I want to use. Well, I already cut it out on this side. Okay. I almost like this side better, but I kind of ruined that. All right, we'll use this other. What happened was I didn't know if I liked this side, so it's not to waste paper, I just printed on the other side. So I printed it twice. So, sorry if I'm confusing you guys. You're like, what the heck? She turns it over, the person's on the other side. But I like that one better. Then I'm missing some of the horns and stuff if I do it on this side. So, never mind, people, never mind. It's really not about the warrior I chose or the warrior that I drew. It's about doing this for myself, okay? It's about doing this to get myself in warrior mode. It's about doing this for some healing that I need to go through right now with the situation I'm dealing with. That's really what it's about. It's not really about creating the perfect piece. It really should never be about creating the perfect piece. It really shouldn't, because that just takes the pressure off of you if you are doing it. Do it because you love doing it. And then see how the hell it comes out at the end, you know? And it's about enjoying the process. I've heard that so many times. I used to be like, what do you mean it's about enjoying the process? You know, it kind of sounds hokey, but it's really true. Like, sometimes when you're, like, stressing about what you're doing, just stop and be like, okay, let me enjoy, like, what I'm doing. Like, enjoy myself putting the glue on this, okay? Enjoy what you're doing. Sometimes we're so excited to get to the end result, we didn't even enjoy the process of what we just did. So, okay, now we're going to take this back, put this on the bottom. Okay, and line that up a little bit. And see how cool this is? I didn't even plan this to be like a halo for my warrior. It just happened. So I think that's really cool. It's a happy little surprise. Okay, now, I'll tell you something that just happened to me. I wanted this to really be at the bottom of here, but like that didn't happen. So, like I wanted the bottom of this to line up with the bottom of that, but that didn't happen. So we'll do something with that at the bottom. Or we'll do nothing. Maybe I'll be like, who cares? Okay. Look how cool this looks. I am loving this. I might take a little black and make a little shadow around this so that it's more into the picture, which will also take care of this problem down here. So I might possibly do that. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh, that just looks so cool. I'm loving that. Let me look at my battery situation. All right, we'll just go till it turns off. And then I'm going to, you know, splice all this together anyway. Oh, my picture just stuck to the bottom of the thing. Just a second, people. Let me get the glue off of my table and off my picture. Okay, we're back. And see the bending right here? Don't worry about any of the bending of my picture. When I'm all done, I can bend it out and flatten it out just perfectly. You know what I think looks cool too, you guys? Like, look at like, see like the flowers right there? Isn't that kind of cool? There's flowers against a Native American piece here, this warrior. I just love the justification of that. Yeah, that looks really, really cool. I love that. Okay, now, I said I was going to, let's see if I can find it. I have a black charcoal pencil type of thing that I can smear. And I'm looking for it. Oh, I think this is it here. Is this it? Just a second, just a second. Try to see if this is it. Sorry, you guys. Just look at my picture and talk among yourselves or yourself while I look for this really quick. Now, if I wasn't on camera, I would know exactly where this is at, right? All right, that's not going to work. I'm testing something, you guys. I'm testing this thing, this pencil right here, so you guys know what I'm doing. It's a charcoal type of pencil, and I want to see if it smears good. And I think it's going to. Let's just test it right now on my thing. Wait, 1 second, I got to let that dry. Okay. Nothing like doing it on camera. And kind of smear this out. So it's like a little shadow. So it kind of like brings it into the picture more. Love it. Yeah, this is looking good. So I'm taking a Staedtler, what is it, 8B charcoal pencil. And smearing it and making it a little shadowing. I have another one that's a big fat one. I just think I have two craft rooms now. I have like more of an art studio in this other room, and my kind of craft room is in the other. So I shouldn't even be separating them because it's all art. But in my other craft room now, that's where I do more of my fabric stuff when I'm working with fabric. I think it's all art, whether you're working with fabric, whether you're working with paint, whether you're working with paper. It's just a different medium that you're using, but it's all art. And we're all artists, and I think that's really what we need to start referring to ourselves as artists, instead of just saying we're crafters. Because we're making art. Whether you think you are or not, you're making art. That's how I see it anyway. Yeah, I'm liking this. Okay, so I'm not going to finish this up on camera because this is just some busy work. You guys get the flux of this picture, okay? So I will do all that when I'm off camera. Okay, you guys, I had to recharge up my camera, so I finished up a few things. Let me drink some of my tea. Okay, while my camera was charging, I did go ahead and finish this part up, and I'll explain what I did. I went ahead and I already applied this on there before my camera cut out. But see at the very bottom right here, because this wasn't on evenly, so I went ahead and took some black paint here at the bottom and put the black paint on with my finger, or maybe a paintbrush, I can't remember. And then I took a baby white and I kind of just blended it out. So there's like this little black smoky bottom on here, just to make it look more like it belongs in the painting. Then I went ahead with, let me show you, I found it, this. This is just a charcoal pencil. Where am I? It's just a charcoal pencil. And I outlined the entire, my Native American warrior here, so that it fits into the picture better. So now it looks like it, like, you know, like it's always been there, not like I just added it in there. Then I went ahead and I took, and you know what, I bubbled up a little bit right there, but oh well, it's mixed media. I took some gloss varnish. Now the gloss varnish doesn't normally look like this. I took, to make my bottles pretty, I covered this with some duct tape from Dollar Tree. Anyway, this is a gloss varnish. It might be Deco Arts. There's a million different gloss varnishes. Whatever one you want to find. They're always at, you know, Michael's, Joann's, wherever, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. And I varnished the whole thing. Now, on this one, I could varnish the whole thing because I didn't use any watercolor sprays on this one. It was all acrylic, so nothing came up. So, I think it turned out really, really cool. Okay, let me just kind of show you guys. I'll show you a little closer. That's what it looks close up. I think that turns out so cool. Okay, and there's the top of it. There's that, and then I'll put it back down so you can see the full thing. Okay, there's that part. And then there's the very bottom. Okay, so now what I want to do, I think this turned out really nice. I'm loving it. And this is going to really be a nice picture. I'm going to go ahead and probably make some copies of it, some 11 by 14 copies of it, and maybe some 8 by 10s. I like to have those on hand in case I do want to sell this in my Etsy shop and any of the stores I have my work at. We'll see. And also I want to be able to frame this for my own craft room and for my own, because I basically made this for myself. You know, this is my warrior inspiration piece that I really need for my life right now. This is really going to help me. I really feel like it's going to help me out with the hard decisions that I have to make this week. So, very stressful, but this is helping me, definitely. art therapy, and I am loving it. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. People are doing it all the time, and it is so true. So I hope this inspires some people out there who, you know, need to make some hard decisions, are going through some hard things. You know, maybe create yourself a little warrior piece, and maybe do a graffiti background. Okay? Okay, so let's go on to the next piece. Remember, there was a second piece. Hey! Now, this one I probably won't varnish because remember I used those sprays and it'll reactivate the sprays with the varnish. But we'll see. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I did do is, and you can't really tell, but because until I paint it in. But since I remember I'm doing graffiti art, I want to just do warriors, the word warrior across here. Just like in a graffiti piece you see on a wall, okay? So all the background is done. Okay, my camera is really acting up. So anyway, what I want to do is, like I said, I wrote in warrior right here. I'm going to go ahead and paint this in. Right now you're not seeing it because I did it in black marker, Sharpie marker, but I'm going to start painting it in so you guys can, so it'll start appearing to you. Okay. Getting some more black paint out. Get my paintbrush. And my camera just like turned off again, so hopefully it stops doing that. It's saying it doesn't have enough room. It has to switch over to another card. But I went through my camera and I deleted a bunch of pictures. So I'm not really sure why it's having storage issues still. Anyway. Okay. I need to get in the habit of that. As soon as I get done making a video and it posts to YouTube, I need to like delete it off my camera, and I don't. I wait till my camera says it's all filled up, and that's usually in the middle of a video. So I kind of need to stop doing that. Okay, now you see the W and the A. Let me look and see in the camera. Make sure you guys are seeing that. Yeah, I think you guys are seeing that. Okay, there's the W, there's the A. Okay, now I'm going to do the R. It'll be weird doing it because I'm going to be doing it at an angle so you guys can see it. Not an angle so it makes it any easier for me to be able to do the work. And I hope you guys look forward to this. I have another video coming up. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but my camera, obviously, it's filled up and I need to deal with that. But I want to do a journey and an inspirational video about what I'm going through right now as far as my journey as becoming an artist and selling my artwork. Share some things that have been working for me, some things that haven't been working for me, some things that I've discovered, some things I've learned, and just kind of talk about my journey, and then hopefully it can help others. So, especially if you want to eventually, or if you're ready to start selling your art, I just kind of let you know what I'm going through, and you know, and maybe that can help you out. Some things I've learned so far, and as my journey continues, I will just keep sharing it with you. So that's what I think I want to do. Well, I know that's what I want to do. So I've learned a lot, and I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot more. And there's so many inspirational artists online talking about their journey, about their art journey, and they give you so much great advice. So I'll try to make sure that before I do the video, that I have some of those people, some of their YouTube sites, so you guys can go to them too. Because I always say, you know, watch a lot of videos, look at a lot of different artists, if you want to eventually sell your work or start selling your work, and get some perspective, get some good advice. And there's so much great advice and different people's stories on YouTube. So inspirational. And so much information, which is really, really cool. And you can discover there's so many ways to sell your work now. So many avenues. So But I won't talk about it too much more. I will wait to make the video so you guys can get the full picture of where I'm at on my art journey and starting to sell my work. Okay, now I'm doing the eye. Okay, and I'll do the O. And I'm really hoping that my camera is still on. Okay, good. It's still on. Yay! Nothing worse than when you're in the middle of your video and your battery just wants to die. Well, it's not my battery anymore. I charged it. It's the storage, it's saying. So, saying the storage is filled up, but now it said it switched over to, I guess, my SD card, so I guess I'm okay. Okay, there's the O. And here's the last one is the R. Let me see how it's going. All right, I'm doing the best I can, you guys. It's you know, I'm at a weird angle because I have to be under the camera, so I can't turn. I'm so used to turning my paper however I need it when I'm working. I can't do that, so. But I did it. I did it without having to turn my paper at different angles, which is actually way more comfortable, but I did it. And I tried to be as not perfect as possible when I formed my letters. I tried to do them kind of funky, like you would see like some graffiti on the side of a wall or something. Or, you know, wherever, you know, a bus or a bus station or a building, wherever you see the graffiti art. So anyway, I think that turned out really, really cool. Now, I think what I'll do is, once this all dries, I'll take a white paint pen once it dries. So I'm going to let it dry overnight. And I'll take a white paint pen, like a Posca white paint pen, like this, and outline it, just so it comes out a little bit more. But I think it looks really, really cool. Let you guys see that? Oh my god, that looks really cool. Just do warrior right across the whole thing. So now I have my two pieces. I have my graffiti warrior, and then I have my warrior with my actual warrior on it. So these two pieces together, I think it's going to look so cool on my wall here in my craft room. And I know it's going to really help me and inspire me this week. And did some healing for me to be able to make these really hard decisions I have to make. And like I said, once this all dries, then I will make sure that nothing curls up. It'll be all flattened out as soon as everything dries really well. So now I have these two, and I think this turned out cool, you guys. I'm so excited! Yay! And what I like to do is, okay, I'm going to make that. I told you guys I'm going to make that video. I'm going to talk about my journey, and in my journey, I'm going to talk about some really great photograph paper and brochure paper I've discovered for my 11 by 14, which is this size. When I go get prints, I use this really nice photo paper that I get from Costco. And my 8 by 10s, I use some brochure paper, and I'm going to talk about that because, you know, those are things I've really had to work out, because if I'm going to sell my artwork, I have to be able to make prints. And I even learned the different print settings that they should have when you go into Office Depot, okay? So I'll tell you my print settings and everything, because I've been going through this for the last couple of months, trying to get my prints right and all of this to get my stuff into the stores that I have made some deals with, and I'm going to be having my work in their store. So these are all the different things I want to share with you. Then just some, you know, the psychological part, you know, the things that, like, you know, anyway. So anyway, I think this turned out really nice. Only the last thing I'm going to do, which I'm not going to do on camera, is the warriors. I will do in white, and I'll do in white. The other thing is, you know what? I will post these on my Facebook. If you'd like to join my Facebook group, it's called Angie's Angels. So, like, all my dolls and all my angels and fairies and mermaids, oh my, will be, I'm going to start making sure I put all of my paintings on the Angie's Angels on Facebook. I will link that below this video. So if you'd love to join me over there, I would love to have you. I'll join you back, and so we'll be friends on Facebook. And then that way I can start putting all of my pictures somewhere so that, you know, I have a place for them. Well, I have them on YouTube, and then I also have them in my Etsy shop. And this is the other thing, too, with my Etsy store. I'm transferring my Etsy store over because you guys know I used to sell all my drawings of my Angie's Angels, and I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to sell my artwork. So my store is changing over. So if you see something that you like, you can go, you can buy it, purchase it at my Etsy store. And if it's not there yet, it soon will be there. And if you want something you don't see, just personal message me, and you know, I'll make sure that I get it loaded up into my site. But I'm in the process of doing that right now. I'm kind of busy because I'm getting all of my artwork and all my prints together, and I'm framing everything to put into the stores that I'm going to be in. So I'm doing that, plus, you know, my Etsy shop. So it's just a lot. Anyway, okay, you guys. I think that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you give my video a thumbs up, that would be great. And if you could share my channel with somebody else, that would be awesome. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. I know the video's been kind of long, but I think there was a lot of good lessons in here. Art therapy is awesome. Make yourself some warrior art. Make yourself some graffiti art. Make yourself some art that helps you with whatever situation you're in, helps you heal, helps you mend. I think it's really, really neat to use your art in this way. So, okay, you guys, I will let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.